and take Mohbad. He has never met Mohbad. Then he was taken to, I mean, he came to their house, that he waited for like 3 hours or so before Mohbad was ready. And when they were about to go out, Mohbad came out with the wife and child. They entered the Prado, and he was asked to wait because they wanted to get another Prado, so making two Prado. Later, all of them, they went to, I don't know, maybe it's Obanikoro, just to meet Cubana. So all of them, they went to meet Cubana. I think he now said when they got to Cubana's place, the wife and the driver and one other person, they went to ShopRite or something to do some shopping. Then later, the Mohbad and Wunmi, they started having arguments. What was the argument about? He said no, that he didn't understand what they were saying because they were speaking Yoruba. So they asked him, was it a very big argument? He said no, it was just a mild one, but it was just between the two of them. Okay, so that then they now got to the show. When they got to the show, that's at the time they got to the show that they were still, you know, arguing. Then later Mohbad was invited to come and sing. Then after he sang, you know, they later went with two Prado. So then after singing, that Mohbad was accompanied by soldiers and policemen to the car. So Mohbad got into the car. When Mohbad got into the car, all the area boys, you know, they were after him. They wanted to collect money from him. So they said Mohbad was angry, and Mohbad was saying he doesn't have money, he's going to beat people. He was going to, so, you know, one time he will be saying Mohbad is calm, another time he'll be saying Mohbad was just behaving somehow, this, that. So that they were trying to calm Mohbad down. Mohbad said he was going to calm down. So he said he tried to lock the car. Mohbad tried to open it. He tried to lock, Mohbad tried to open. That even Wunmi said, don't calm down. He said he will calm down. So at a point, Wunmi transferred money to the driver. So they transferred money to the driver because the driver had a card so that they can get the money from POS. I think they don't have, Wunmi and Mohbad, they don't have their card with them. So Wunmi, what's it called, gave the driver the money, transferred maybe 70,000. They shall went to collect the money to give to the area boys. I don't know what he said happened. So Mohbad just got angry and wanted to calm down. So that prime boy was now telling him, don't calm down or something. So Mohbad was angry, and later Mohbad forced himself to calm down. And during that fight, that Mohbad started punching prime boy. And when he started, and they now asked, did prime boy responded? They said no, prime boy did not beat Mohbad back. That it was only Mohbad that was punching. And at the time he was doing it, the glass of the Prado got broken, and Mohbad started bleeding. They just came. How is the bleeding? I mean, how is the cut? He now said he didn't see the cut, but he knew Mohbad was bleeding, that he even had stain on the carpet of the car, but he didn't really see the bleeding. So later he now started saying, initially he said initially Wunmi said, let's go to the hospital, but Mohbad said no. Later he now said, okay, when they were now going, that Wunmi now started talking that, hey, because of the blow that he borrowed that in 2020 or so, that Wunmi said she borrowed money from her mom to give to Mohbad, like 200,000. That Mohbad now say, hey, okay, I'm going to give her 5 million. This, that. So they said he now started saying, yeah, Wunmi called Mohbad started stressing that fact that after he had a cut, so Wunmi is still abusing him. He just started saying that. So the man now said, even me, as a man, when we now got home and now told Mohbad that he should not be angry, this is that, now said, they now asked him, were they, you know, was there any assault or something? He now said that there was a time Mohbad said, so Wunmi now felt Mohbad wanted to beat her. So Wunmi now drew Mohbad's cloth, that the chain that Mohbad had now got caught, so that they shall argue till they got home. So someone asked him, was there any time that they stopped at Third Mainland Bridge that Mohbad wanted to throw the child to the lagoon? So he now said no, like that it was only argument. So he now said he followed them home. He followed them home and he slept outside, that he didn't go, that at about 3 a.m. that they got to Orchard around 1 or so. That about 3 a.m. they came to knock at the door of the car, that they were looking for a pharmacy, that because Mohbad was still bleeding, that he now told them his car could not move or something. So maybe they now went with another car. Maybe they said Mohbad's car was faulty, but they shall try to go. He now said he shall slept out daybreak till around 11, that Wunmi came out. When Wunmi came out and saw him, he now told Wunmi that I have been calling, I tried to knock, nobody answered. So Wunmi now said, so you're still around. Why didn't you come in? He now said there was no way he could come in, that because nobody answered him. So they now asked him, did you see Mohbad that day? He now said he didn't see Mohbad. That he now told Wunmi that he could not go because the glass is broken and he has to fix the glass. So they now later they asked him how that they now called. He now said, they said they were going to call, I think they called his agent or something, and they told them they were going to fix it. I think they made an arrangement to fix it, that they will fix it. So that was how he left. So they now asked him, so what will you advise the court, or what did you say? He now said what he saw is that they should, people around Mohbad should have taken him to the hospital. They should have taken, he shall say this nonsense. And you know, and that was what Sanshitu too was trying to establish, that people around him didn't take him to the hospital. So our lawyer stood up and said, please, Mohbad, when they left the house, the relationship with the wife, was it cordial? He said yes, they were happy, nothing was wrong with them. That he even had a video of when Mohbad was playing with the baby. So our lawyer now said, so that is to show that Mohbad loved the baby, and there was no problem when they were living. Yes, the driver said yes. So he now said, you were talking about people around him taking him to the hospital. Our lawyer now said, but if you could remember, you mentioned that initially the wife said, Mohbad, let's go to the hospital, and Mohbad said no. He said yes. So the man now said, so why are you now saying the people around him should have forced him? Because he's a grown-up man and he was conscious, he was not sick, he was in his right senses, so he could take decision himself. So he could take decision himself. So why do you say people should force him to go to the hospital? So he didn't say anything. And he said, you were saying, the man now said, because if it is me, that is my wife disgraced me, I will fight her. So our lawyer now took him back there. But you said, our lawyer now took him back and said, but you said Wunmi was angry and said Mohbad was disgracing her and the baby. He said yes. So our lawyer was now trying to tell the driver, yes, Wunmi's reaction, Wunmi's own was a reaction. It was a reaction to an action taken by Mohbad. So the driver said yes, but he didn't hear what they were saying. So he established that actually it was the two of them. It was a give and take thing. It was not one-sided, but at a time it will change again. Because you know, later it was later that I now know that I got to know that he's been coached. But even with his coaching too, he didn't what's it called? He could not nail Wunmi 100%. So they now said, fine, you said Wunmi said Mohbad go to the hospital, Mohbad refused. And again, when the area boys were trying to disturb Mohbad for money, who transferred money to you? He said it was Wunmi. So our lawyer now said that is to show that she tried, it was Wunmi that tried to rescue Mohbad. So that is to show you that, sorry, a call came in. That is to oh my God. Decline, Emma, stop. Sorry. That is to show that Wunmi cares. So that's about the driver. So at least our lawyer was able, you know, to go against said that they are supposed to take him to the hospital because so that he was in his right senses. So he was in his right senses and he could have gone to the hospital by himself, but he refused. So that is it. Then they call in the doctor. So when they